Hey guys, good morning. So today we're going to be working on the bus again. So I did finish all the spray foam as much as I could get done. I did not finish the back of the bus because that's going to be something else that we're going to be working on, so I can't insulate it just yet. But all this here, all that's completely done. So what we're going to be working on today is putting up this shiplap. So the shiplap will go along the whole curvature of the bus all the way across, and we're going to have two rows of lights, and one here and one here. And also, the lights go between each one of these ribs. So it's going to be a lot of lights. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, just 12 lights just in this little sitting area, which is going to be plenty of light. And they are controlled via multiple switches. So one switch doesn't turn it all on because it would blow a fuse. For the shiplap, I did buy 12-foot sections. So it is rather long instead of 8-foot because I was putting up the 8-foot, which is these. However, it was cheaper to buy 12-foot actually. I don't know why, because usually when you go longer, it gets more expensive per linear foot. But it was cheaper for some reason at Lowe's. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that because I want to be able to come in here and flip a light switch and actually use the LED lights that we're going to be putting up in here and not these fluorescent lights, because I want to take these lights down and use these puck lights that we actually purchased for the bus. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright, so now here comes the difficult part, is actually putting this up by yourself. So what I'm going to be using is liquid nail. I'm going to slap some liquid nail in there, put this up there, take my finish nailer, pop a couple nails, and then once that's up, later I'm going to come back through with a couple screws per piece of wood, all the way down, just to help support it more while it's actually drying, just in case those finish nails give way while the actual liquid nail is drying. The liquid nail should hold it enough throughout the years, but just in case, we're going to go and sink a screw in there, and then we can also wood putty that later on. So with that being said, I have my finish nailer ready, liquid nail, piece of wood. Let's go and slap it up there. Alright, so we have the liquid nail done. Now let's go and put this shiplap up there, picking the good side. Flip it around. Now this is the difficult part, trying to do it by yourself, like I said, trying to get it perfect right here, but also down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap it up there, sink one nail in it, go down to the other end. Alright, first piece of shiplap is done. So we're going to go and work our way this way. So with that being said, let's go to the time lapse. Alright, before I go any further, I gotta correct my mistake. So my mistake was that there's going to be double lights going all the way down in the front of the bus. However, when you get to the hallway, there's just going to be single light, still in the middle of the ribs though. However, I forgot to run the wire across to it. And also, what that means is I also forgot to cut the hole out. So how these puck lights work, they go inside and they have these little clips here. So how these puck lights work is they go inside the wood, and these clips go inside and they clamp down to keep it up. What I need to do is cut a hole that big out in the actual shiplap. Alright, so let me actually cut a template out for this because I will need it on the next piece going here. That's kind of why I kind of stopped, just to review things, and I figured out I made a mistake. So the first thing I need to do is cut a hole out. Run the wire up underneath here, pull it down here, and then I can keep going on. But let me go and fix this real quick. All right, now that I've cut our puck light out, I'm gonna go ahead and slip this in there just to make sure it fits pretty good. But once it gets in there, it's pretty hard to get out, but I wanna make sure before I drill the next one that it actually is gonna work well. All right, fits perfectly. All right, so I have this fish tape. I'm just going to slide it in all the way. It pokes out the other side, of course. That's what it does. Oh, it's right there. All right, got the wires through, and now I can get back at it. All right, so I cut the board to length, and I marked every place where I'm going to be putting a light. As you can see, I put a circle here. Everywhere there's going to be a light, I put a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lights will go on this one board. All right, so I did cut out this little template that I used for the hallway lights, same one, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to see if I can put it in the center of the board this way. This line, that's the center of where a light needs to go, and then I'm going to place this circle here and just trace around it. Well, let me measure just to see. So that's 5/8. It's a 1/2 inch. That's good enough. So I'm going to place it right on this ledge here, and I'm going to do it for every single one. So set that in the center. All right, so my only hesitation with doing this on this board 5 times is it's going to have this little piece of wood here and this little piece of wood here holding it all together. So when I go to actually put it up on the ceiling, I'm afraid that when I pick it up, it's going to snap right where these circles are. So I am going to get some help when actually installing it, but I'm going to go and cut all these out real quick. See, after I cut that out, that is, oh, I just heard it crack. That's extremely flimsy, so I'm going to continue to go ahead and cut the rest out, and I'm just going to have to be very careful with it. The board is not supported very well. All right, but anyways. All right, so I brought the big guns out. My daughter here, and we're going to try and insert it in there without it breaking, just to make sure it works and it fits. If it does, we're going to pull it back down and use the same piece as a template for the other side. We're going to trace it, and then we're going to go ahead and install it. That way I don't have to do all these measurements again. It should be exactly equal to the other side. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 slats, more than halfway down the bus. We still got a long ways to go, but I'm going to stop for now because I want to pull the light wires through, and I actually want to try to wire these lights up just to make sure I'm not making a mistake, because I don't do a lot of 12-volt wiring. However, these lights here, there's 2 lights already wired in that are 12 volt. They're exactly the same puck lights. However, it's a lot of back and forth all the way down. I want to make sure I do it correctly and do it once. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and snip off all these ends of all the wires, and I'm going to plug in the bus for shore power, and I'm going to go and turn on the 12-volt converter, and I'm going to start wiring these suckers up. So let's see how this goes. All right. Okay, so I've started on the lights, and as you can see, I already got 2 lights in there. They're actually working pretty good. So all we're going to do is in and out, and basically it's 12 volt DC, so it's basically a sequence of lights all on one strand, so it's pretty simple. I am using these lever nuts. It's basically with these lever nuts, hope you can see it good. All you do is lift up the lever, slide a wire in there, close it, locks it in place. It's like a wire nut, but like this is what I used on the doghouse build, and it actually worked pretty good, and I used 120 volts with that. So no complaints. All right, now that these 4 are done, we're just going to keep on going all the way down till we're completely finished. And I'd like to see what it looks like at night, besides these fluorescent lights, to see. I mean, they're going to put out plenty of light, I think, but let's see. All right, guys, as you can see, I turned off the fluorescent lights, turned on these puck lights. They work great. We do have switches, so we can turn them on and off. Fairly pleased with them. They're fairly cheap as well, but I did run out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and buy a couple more boxes of them. I think there's 6 in a box, so they're fairly cheap, so I'm going to buy a couple more of them. And next time, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and finish the shiplap all throughout the bus, finish the lights all throughout the bus, because I want to get rid of these hanging lights, and I do have to get rid of them because they can't be hanging anymore, because this is where we're going to be doing the shiplap. But that's what we're going to be doing next time. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you, guys.